What's up guys, this is Stephen Austin of Austin Tech Authority. Today I'm going to be unboxing and showing you my first impressions of the iPad Pro 10.5 inch edition. This is the Verizon cellular model, which is also $100 more expensive, but just keep that in mind, you can also get it for $100 cheaper if you get Wi-Fi only. You can see 64 gigabyte Wi-Fi plus cellular iPad Pro. Love the space gray color. As you see, the difference between the Wi-Fi and the cellular will be the antenna and also the $100 price difference. There's two microphones there as well. And there's not much else in the box. You get the lightning cable, of course, and sadly, you only get a 12-watt adapter for an iPad. It comes with a 5-watt for the iPhone 7, but for an iPad to come with just a 12-watt, so now on the new iPad you can charge the iPad much faster with USB Type-C power delivery system. However, Apple only includes a 12-watt adapter for your iPad. Your iPhone should have a 12-watt adapter. Your iPad should have about a 25 to 30-watt adapter to charge it fast while you're using it, because it's going to discharge if you use the 12-watt adapter and use the iPad at the same time with multitasking and intensive tasks. It's going to drain or actually not charge the battery barely at all. So this is definitely something Apple should fix and improve. They shouldn't include a cheap, slower charger in the box if it is capable of something faster. Just include it in the box to begin with, especially if you're paying $650 right off the bat, or $750 depending on the iPad you get and the storage configuration, which goes up all the way to 512 gigabytes now. So, I mean, this is just 2017 Apple. Include fast charging in the box. This should be included regardless, and I think all of the consumers should be aware of that. Just like the iPhone 7 should have a 12-watt adapter, the iPad Pro should have Pro features like fast charging included out of the box. Just like you shouldn't have to have a stupid accessory for your iPhone 7. You should have the headphone jack included on the iPhone. This doesn't make sense. But however, I think there's some good hardware features to note in this iPad. Let's go ahead and turn it on. We also have the new keyboard that comes with the iPad Pro 10.5 inch. The only downside, I think, at this point is mainly that you have to get a new keyboard if you had the 9.7 inch iPad Pro, which is kind of a bummer, I know. But the benefit is you get a bigger screen with a very minimal increase in size. It actually does increase. You would think that Apple would have kept the same size while increasing the screen real estate, but I guess either way you're still getting much more screen real estate for a very minimal increase in size, while a huge decrease in bezels is definitely present. See, it's very sleek, and it also has plenty of tabs to increase your productivity. So, designed by California Apple. Just kind of a quick starting guide. We're going to ignore that, of course. We never look at those. And probably you will never either. First impressions of the keyboard, it's very soft touch. This is going to be for the iPad side, of course. Have the attachment here, so. Have the pogo pins on the iPad right here. The 3 pogo pins. Kind of hard to see. And then it literally, perfect little snap-on. And boom. Quite elegant, I would say. Seems like it needs to be positioned again though. Okay, that's good. Okay. Let me test the typing on it. So first impressions, this keyboard is alright. It doesn't have much travel, which I'm not expecting too much, given this is an accessory with the iPad to be sleek and thin. But it does obviously give you some productivity for most tasks. But I'm not expecting too much, but you'd think for $160 that they would give you quite a bit more travel and feedback in the keyboard, but it is a little lacking, especially compared to the Galaxy Tab S3, and doesn't have as much travel either, but it's alright for the most part. See if we can do a typing test to see. I'm not the fastest typer, that's for sure, but maybe we can still kind of get something out of it. Okay, this is horrible. The keyboard isn't that bad, my typing is. So take that with a grain of salt, obviously. But overall, I like it. I think I'll get used to it over time. But right now, I don't really like the lack of travel. But overall, it's still going to get the job done. But just scrolling through the home screen, this feels extremely smooth. It makes the other iPads and iPhones feel slow because of how smooth the 120 hertz display is on this device. I know you can't see this through camera, but this display feels like butter. It is responsive, almost like you're immediately getting some kind of response instead of kind of a little delay. I know that wasn't very noticeable before, but now that you have the 120 hertz display, it makes all other displays seem horrible and slow in contrast. We'll run a benchmark too, because this has the new Apple A10X chip, which is a 6-core chip, 3 high performance and 3 low performance but high power efficiency. It's kind of similar to the iPhone 7 CPU, except it only had 2 high power and 2 high efficiency cores. But this also has a 12-core GPU, which trumps any other iPad or many Surface tablets and other laptops with an Intel Core i5 or i7. It actually can surpass them in graphic horsepower. So it's quite a marvel in the SoC side of things. Apple has truly innovated with their chipset, and I think in a few more years they could definitely surpass Intel and basically make better, faster chips that are more power efficient and cost the same or a little less than Intel's offerings, which seems like a no-brainer to be used in devices. And I think Apple could definitely sell these to other manufacturers. Device, just from the preliminary feeling of it, it's so fast, but it is lacking in the software side because it is not coming pre-installed with iOS 11 because it's not out yet, and it's going to have so much more features and kind of really take advantage of the iPad's performance and the new display. So hopefully once the iOS 11 comes out, then you'll have some truly innovative workflow with this new iPad Pro, and maybe it'll feel more like a replacement than just a stopgap for something kind of more for web browsing and Facebook, something more than just a regular tablet, not like Android or any iOS tablet come before it. We got a score of 3844 on single core and 8951 on multi. As you can see, it's also running at 2.38 gigahertz, and it has 4 gigabytes of RAM. As you can see, it's running Metal's API, but it got a score of 27,200. And the next highest device was the A9X, which only got 15,000. So this is nearly double the score in graphics. All I can say is this device will definitely do anything you want it to do, and maybe more once iOS 11 comes out, hopefully soon. So thanks guys for watching. Like if you like this, dislike if you dislike this. Please keep subscribed and like for more content in the future. Hopefully I'll give you some more details and updates on this iPad soon. Thanks, and I'll catch you in the next video.